So you believe me then?
Stranger things have happened.
I was queuing with the others and then I started feeling wrong. No thanks.
First in line if the line's not moving.
You trying to get in too? I waited half a day and got nowhere. I gave up.
No admission to the upper city until further notice. Residents may queue up and wait.
Heavens, what's the hold-up? I dare say the wait is shorter in the City of Judgment.
That graffiti. It almost looks like it was done in my hand. Did I do this? That graffiti from before. I never thought I'd see it again. Well, I think I was the one who did it. I can recognize my own handwriting. How long ago was this? Years? All the time I spent training, hidden away from the world. I think I must have wanted to leave my mark somewhere. Just to prove I existed. Even to myself.
Keeps the ignorance away. You want a copy of this rag? Gold. Make it quick. Me stupid dad makes me sell these shite rags. Pillock. If you want one, it's gold. Yeah, the best one in town. Also, the only one in town. You want a copy? Gold. The Baldur's Mouth Gazette. When the mouth barks, the fist bites. I forget the real slogan, but you get the idea. Now, buy a copy, or leave. Looks great as toilet paper if you run out.
Let's see. Now, where did Penny say she got that darling little hat? Can't be too far downhill.
Downstairs, the glitter gala. Upstairs, the chromatic scale.
Drab attire, lackluster skin. My darling, you need my gems. They'll brighten even a ghoul like yourself. Or, if you are the practical sort, I also stock enchanted stones. They're almost as magical as myself. A skeleton would be more accurate. You have good bones, darling. You just need decoration, and you're in the right place. Darling, we're on this plane but for a blink of the eye. Why not get a little luxurious? Remember, a life without glitter is no life at all. Take care now.
For the discerning musician and the sophisticated bard, we supply the tools, you make the music.
A customer. Come, Docha. You look like someone who knows their way around a lute. Or perhaps you enjoy the drums. Flute? No. Liar. Thank you for coming to my little shop. I hope you have a wondrous day.
Just so. The singing lute.
Proceeding.
Sit down or buzz off, Bumble. The bleeder! Do it yourself.
All right. What now? Swift as my feet can carry me. Very well.
Shove off, soldier. You're not my type.
You'll have to excuse us. My darling and I are enjoying the view of the city. Gods, I can't stand this place.
Perhaps a publicity disaster.
Just one gold piece.
Hot, hot, hot! Did you see that? I can't help. Incredible!
Some little
Fire in the... Oh, my silk. What are the chances it's you?
Ah, and the heart-stopping bloodsucker. I hope you've changed your mind. My neck is yours, anytime.
And I will keep refusing until the end of time. I'm done bowing to the whims of others.
Never say never. Forgive the mess. Your blood is far more volatile than I'd anticipated. Never better. Don't mind the mess. I've been doing fascinating things with your blood sample. It's a breakthrough in the sanguine arts, the likes of which the world has never seen. The Grand Matriarch will have no choice but to restore House Oblodra after I present her with my research. But listen to me, rabbiting on about myself when I have you, the prize bleeder, on my very doorstep. If you'd come inside, we could discuss something far more exciting than drow politics. Yes, that is, do follow me.
That might be worth a look.
Gods, what a... Ah! A cozy little spot, isn't it? These four walls have witnessed greater alchemical triumphs than the keep of Erngath Durand. And now that you're here, the crown jewel of my research is soon to be faceted. All you have to do is drink Formula Gruna. Well, yes, Formulae Arcu through Fruag were spectacular failures. But Gruna is different. Believe me. When you first entered this home, you saw the incredible latent power within your blood exposed in all its nuances. Formula Gruna will unleash that power within you. Risky, but, safe. Oh, marvelous. I've never been so excited for anything in all my days. Just stand over there, far over there, and drink up.
Explosive.
Oh my. My heavens, you lived! This is incredible. I'm seeing stars. You, my friend, have become something. Something I once thought beyond achievement. You are the world's first detonative exsanguinator. To put it simply, from this day on, your blood goes boom. Big boom. It's incredible. All it needs is a spark. Certainly not. But it might do damage to anyone who makes you bleed without your express permission.
Naturally, I always ask first. I'm civilized, unlike you.
There are other necks available for biting, of course, if you were so inclined. What an odd question. Now, let me offer you a little treat. In exchange for the teensiest vial of your marvelous blood, I'll give you something that'll really throw your enemies for a loop. I'll only ask a nominal fee in exchange. You really are a fine collaborator. Until next time. Imagine the look on Mulder's face.
Yes, pick of the finest strange the city's got to offer. And the first round can be on you.
Yes. Arms for the poor?
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Anything you can spare for a humble beggar? That devil! Drink! I spent it all.
Your divine power focuses on the beggar, revealing the magic that sustains him. This man is a corpse, a zombie.
Zombie? Oh, no. A touch of scurvy, that's all. Nothing a basket of fruit wouldn't solve. Could I afford one? You really give so much? Thank you.
I wish I'd something to give, but times are hard for all of us.
Might have to switch to ale if the water supply keeps failing.
You here for water too? Don't bother, it's broken. Just like the rest of our public services.
Can't blame them, I suppose. They're very far in yet.
Because you keep interrupting me.
What do you think? Have to keep going.
Sorry, but I'm a little busy here.
Have you seen what she's doing? Counting gold in front of a beggar. It's like eating bread in front of a starving child. Thank you, sir. At least some people in this world know kindness.
Gods, I knew I should have done this before I got here. Coin maids and guard your coffers.
If you need help, sire, just speak to the clerks.
Someone who wants to take you for a drink.
Very well.
If you cannot get the coin you need here, try for a room at the Elf Song. Alan has plenty of space in his upper floors.
If you're one of Barrack's friends sent to talk me down, tell him I've made up my mind. I'm buying that stake in the circus and running away.
I see.
Back of the line. I already had to sit here while they marched some big bastard past like royalty.
If you're wise,
you'll withdraw everything and clear out before this army arrives. I'm not taking any chances.
Account holders only from here. Vault pass? Meat, honey. Counter.
A list of politely phrased advisories from the Fellowship of Financiers.
Why the hells are they so slow? Mead Honey usually runs a tighter ship than this.
I heard about Stelmane this morning. Word of advice. When dukes start dropping like that, get your coin and get out of the city.
Customers are asked to follow all instructions promptly and without resistance.
Someone who wants to take you for a drink.
I thought the big bald fellow he was escorting.
With a half-elf, yeah.
Welcome to the counting house. I'm head clerk Mead Honey. How may the Fellowship of Financiers serve you?
A relaxed tone and easy smile, but the halfling's shifting gaze gives it away. Something has him rattled.
Oh, fine. Fine. A rather large and heavily armed fellow has taken the head banker, Glitterbeard, below. He's an unusual sort of customer, but the head banker said he'd handle it, so it's fine. I'm sure we're just fine. That would be most unusual. But then so is our visitor. Very well. Show the guards this temporary vault pass, and should my superior ask, keep my name out of it.
Vault pass. Right. Descend and know. Upon entering the vaults, you forego the protection of city and church law alike. Which is to say, keep to your own vault and you'll be fine.
Take you for a drink. Mark the notice in the barracks, by the way. The anti-magic ones, they need banjos.
It's still moving.
Hush your fussing. Nine Fingers had this one made especially. That little mouthful will barely slow it down.
But the stories...
Stories. Tall tales and big names, lad. Don't let them fool you.
Elminster the Archmage, Drist the Drow Exile. Heroes have power, aye, but not half so much as we do. A little coin into the right purse, a soft word in the right ear. It's not glory that spins these plains, lad. It's gold. See? Now. Morrigan's cracked clay.
No gold in here? If there is one thing Minsc hates more than beasts with bad breath, it is those who are tricksome with the truth. And turnips. But you are no turnip. Let that be of comfort in your final moments.
Minsc? The very man Jaheira is after.
You. The Absolute has shown me your face, villain. I will beat it into a more pleasing shape!
Enough play, Stone Lord. The Absolute has other plans for this one. Nine Fingers set a poor trap, little banker. Let the Absolute's faithful show you how it is done. Now come, Stone Lord. We have the gold. And the Absolute has need of it elsewhere.
As you say, Jaheira.
Stealing your ally is one thing. Stealing your face, an ignoble act by any estimation.
Time to press ahead. Good idea.
coin back here, I'd have robbed the place myself.
These ledgers are never going to balance. I'm a dead man.
Just...
You can tell Nine Fingers this was not my fault. She swore that mimic could swallow a bloody owlbear. Wait. You're no guild sworn. Who are you? Gratitude of the gold variety, I suppose you mean. Good luck with that. The Stone Lord just cleared our vaults. And now he has enough gold to make himself a lord in truth.
And he wouldn't even know what to spend it on. It's the cult that needs that money. Why?
You think anyone told me? Nine Fingers sent word the Stone Lord was going to try his luck on our vaults. So she told me to cooperate. Lure him in. Yes, sir, Stone Lord, sir. Shall we open the account in your name or the Absolute's? Just step this way to your special deposit box. Don't mind the teeth. No one mentioned he might have some old crone dropping in as backup.
Crone?
Look, I just mean to say, we both want him caught. If you've got your sights set on the Stone Lord, anyway. As chairman of the Fellowship of Financiers, I can assure you we'd reward you well for the return of the coin he took. Not for us, you understand. For the common Baldurian. Who knows what he's planning to do with it? Good for you. I happen to care a very great deal. Retrieve the coin, and I'll make sure you are well rewarded. There's treasures greater than gold. Feel free to poke around this place and it'll help you pick up the Stone Lord's scent. Me, I've got ledgers to amend.
If I'd known there was that much coin back here, I'd have robbed the place myself.
I want to have a word.
Still catching my breath.
First time the vault's been breached the entire time I've worked here.
I grow tired of these false faces. Every corner we turn, another. And now it is my face they use to turn Minsc against us. I am sorry, but... I am just tired. It is some defect of the mind, I think. To stubbornly insist you are following the light, even as you blunder through the darkness. Or perhaps the defect is mine. When I left Minsc to this fate, I believed I had no choice. I believe it still. We were ignorant of our enemy, unarmed against the cult. I made the right decision, but I do not like how easily I made it. Minsc would have never left me behind, no matter what happened. That is his problem entire. The past century left Minsc unchanged. And so he believes the world has never changed, that I have not. You saw the fool, hanging on the doppelganger's every word for no other reason than it wears my face. No. But snotting into my sleeve while there is still work to do is. Come, men. We need a lead on where these shapeshifters have fled to. Let's see what hints they left behind in the vault.
Corpse seems willing to speak, but not to its killer.
These footprints started in the sewers.
Bloody use.
I could shift next year's interest to this year.
All the coin seems to be there, if a little blood-stained. You lot are enthusiastic about your lord's work.
Our Lady. We serve only the absolute.
Oh, silly me. We Zhentarim are so long past our own godly roots, I'm afraid I forget the half of them. But you, I know. When did you start worshipping gods? Did they give your wee rodent a worm friend, too?
Rodent?
Enough! You will show the Stone Lord proper respect, and you will return to the Guildhall and do as we have paid you to.
Of course. I only thought...
Wait. Flop all you wish, little fish. But Minsc has caught you!
On that note, good luck. The job will be done by the time you get to the Guildhall.
No choice but to keep going.
Against the darkness swarming his senses, a single light glows. Rage, flaring brighter every moment.
Killed her.
He won't stay down for long. Tell Eurylithi to protect him from the Elder Brain's influence. Quickly!
No. This one will not aid our cause. Get rid of him. Don't be foolish. He is too unpredictable. He will only be a hindrance to us. No, I will not be coerced into protecting him. You do not see what I do. His thoughts, his mind, pure chaos.
The Mind Flare pours poison in your ear, I think. Tell it I will tear the prism from your grasp and throw it into the deepest lava pit I can find. Long after our bones are dust and ash, the walls of its prison will still be burning. Now help my friend!
She bluffs. Surely she would not risk the fate of all for one simple life. Fine. Have it your way.
His mind unfolds beneath yours. A still lake pulls you down into its depths. Images flash by, battles fought, and friends fallen. His rage grows colder, burrows deeper, as a familiar face crystallizes before you.
Jaheira! You killed her!
You are being dramatic.
The instant's hesitation is enough. With a sensation of terrible rending, something vast and nameless falls away from his mind.
There. It is done.
Jaheira? I do not understand.
Good. That means you're back to your old ways. We have a lot to discuss. But first, you have someone to thank.
In the sudden silence, your minds merge once more. More memories, sensations, but passing too quickly for you to track. In the same breath, you share everything that happened to you. The Nautiloid, the Absolute, the chosen of the Dead Three.
You saved Minsc. While he danced like a Mind Flayer's meat puppet. Why? A level head and a kind heart. It is well that Boo kept me from crushing either. I would be rid of this parasite. Minsc takes orders from only one tiny beast. And he is much cuter than any mind maggot. He is... Where is he?
He's on his way!
Can't slow down.
My friend, from our brief sharing of skulls, I know you have faced many strange beings, but none like this. Whatever happens, show no fear and stay your hand. Trust in Minsc. Minsc finds that the less thinking he does, the easier the trusting comes. Wait! You gaze into Minsc's soul and see his foul crimes. You smell the stench of evil upon him, pointy claws primed, ready to scratch out his eyes. I am sorry, my friend. I am at the mercy of your faultless justice. Now, if you must burrow through my blackened heart, I am ready. No? You are certain? Oh, such boundless compassion. You are all heart. And whiskers. And cute little nose. You are right, of course. There is still much evil for Boo and Minsc to stamp out. But we need not fight it alone. I have a new face to show you. But it is not a villainous one for the clawing, understand? This is Boo. And Boo, meet you? No, it is a hamster. A miniature giant space hamster. Fear not, you will learn the difference in time. Those villains locked Boo away, lest his righteous gaze cause their tadpole to flee in terror. Now we are together again. All will be exactly as... Boo, why do you use such language? Once more, my hamster proves himself my greater half, and makes the path clear when my mind is fuzzier than his tiny bottom. He says we will join with you, and cleanse Baldur's Gate of Evil. Together! I give you my solemn vow. Should any of us show signs of weakening to the worm, or any other evil, Boo will slaughter us all in our beds. I hope this brings you comfort. You have a great many companions already. There is no room for little Boo, or slightly larger Minsc. Boo and I are most adept in the doing of things, but as you wish. To camp then! For his heroics here today, Boo has earned the most vigorous of back scratchings.
Breathe deep. That is the true scent of Baldur's Gate assaulting your nostrils.
Something good here, I hope.
One red.
Why do we only get one when he gets two?
What are you looking at? We're allowed breaks. Contract says so.
Oh, this one's corked.
Watch this, watch this.
Fine lodgings you have found, my friend. Boo is already in negotiations with the guardian spirits of this place. In Baldur's Gate, they are likely to be rat-formed and eager to charge rent. But Boo shall secure safe slumber for all. Now, what do you need of Minsc? Of course, my friend. Or are we not friends? Then you have a sword at your side and a hamster at hand, whenever you need them. Unless I die, or you die. Or do you do anything at all to upset Boo? Now, does Boo see a question in your eye, or just a parasite poking through? Well, Boo, explain yourself. Clear enough? Boo has a way with words that we lack. All that space in the cheeks, I am thinking. There is nothing jestful in the bond between a ranger and his companion. Before Boo, I was a typical berserker of Rashomon. Duty-bound and full of my own seriousness. The problem with one so gazing of their navel, however, they are easily ambushed. Brigands split my skull like a sodden wineskin. It was as I recovered that Boo first appeared. He told me that I had felt the great poking finger of justice, marking Minsc as its champion and Boo as my guide. As for the headache, well, justice cannot always afford to be gentle. Do not be ridiculous. If any of us is chosen by the gods, it is obviously Boo. Now, shall we away? My boots crave the crunch of unvirtuous nethers. So dark an alliance sealed with saintish contracts, cultish vows, and a dragon's shining hoard. You think Minsc could forget? You are correct. I have no idea what any of that was about. But we shall simply... Boo! Why do you gnaw at my soft parts? I am trying to... Once again, in smaller words? I see. This truth you seek. Boo believes that Minsc is knowing more than Minsc knows. But it is a difficult thing. There are memories of this time that Minsc does not remember. And Boo suggests that, just as he helps with tricksome itches in awkward places, you must reach what Minsc cannot. The parasite. You can use it to tickle free whatever truth you seek. I do not often go against the advisings of my hamster, but as you wish. Perhaps you might speak to the corpses you left behind. I'm sure Boo can scare his soul back into it long enough to answer some questions. Oh, the mind of Minsc is a simple place. Of what strangeness do you speak?
The memories resurface, a lifetime of battles blurring into one. A single constant is Minsc, launching into the fray no matter the foe, be they god, monster, or man. It seems just the barest glimpse of what the man before you has seen and done, but enough to know that he has no right to still be alive.
Ah, wait! That look in your eye. I know exactly what visions of Minsc you have seen to cause you such wonder. My pants. Thrice laced, in the Rashomon style, so that a berserker might split skulls without fear of splitting breeches, too. They are fiendishly complex, but fear not for Minsc. With training, he has learned to master the many little knots. Well, as have you, no? Do not forget that when you gaze into Minsc, Minsc also gazes into you. We both fight evil, wherever it is found. The who and where are less important than the hamsters you meet along the way. On this matter of sharing memories, I see no reason for us to worry at one another's worms. If there is more we wish to know, we can simply ask, no? Exactly so. If I must peer into the mind of my enemy, I use an axe. For friends, there is ale. No, my friend. If you fear you have a question that Minsc cannot answer, then you can simply ask Boo. There is more than a little to know, I think. I am huge. Ah, you come in search of stories. It is not yet time to tuck Boo in for the night, but very well. After our adventurings with the Ballspawn, Boo had had his fill of godly flesh. So, we returned to Baldur's Gate for a time. After all, in every city there is a sweaty underbelly, crying out for a virtuous scrubbing. None better to wield a brush than Minsc and Boo. Perhaps we rubbed some villain's rump a little too raw. This Minsc does not know. One moment we stood in the city slums, the next, ambush! Then Minsc and Boo woke on the wide, with stone dust in sensitive places. The mind of Minsc was occupied with important matters. I was browsing a slum vendor's stall, looking for Boo's favorite nuts. And then, I was stolen. For Minsc, those years passed as quick as a hiccup. It was long ago, then... It is now. I do not like these metal men on the streets, or the villains who hide behind them. But the new world is not so different to the old one. The city still clings to the hill. The sea still stretches on forever. And the stench of evil still makes Boo wish for a tiny peg on his nose. As long as that stench remains, no matter how old or young the world is, Minsc and Boo will not rest. Countless tales are told of Boo and Minsc. Many of them are so outlandish that even I do not know if they are true. Did Minsc bravely fend off the seductive wiles of a succubus in the cloisters of Candlekeep? Maybe. Did he take a bath in the river Styx and temporarily forget himself? I do not remember. Did he travel with a spawn of the god of murder, who warred against his evil brethren and battled triumphantly at the throne of Baal itself? Of course! It was a splendid adventure. The bards sing of fallen gods and mighty battles, but that is a small part of any saga. They do not sing of the times in between, when Saravak's butt had been kicked so hard that we thought he would never return. We settled in Baldur's Gate for a while. Gorian's ward, Imoen, Jaheira, Minsc, Boo, and Dinah here. My witch. She hated the city at first. Too busy, she said. Too noisy. Too many people. She complained of the smell. Although she complained of Boo's smell too, and he smells of fresh honey cakes, so Minsc believes her nose was confused. Then, one day, we walked past a shop full of wonders. Tiny magics fizzed in the air, and wizards from every corner of the world bickered and bartered. Sorcery sundries. Dinah here fell in love. Dragged poor Minsc there every day, and made him stand watch while she browsed the shelves. Minsc frowned and complained. He felt more like a babysitter than a berserker. But how Dinah here smiled. Not long after, Minsc and Boo were captured, and Dinah here was dead. I will gladly be a babysitter again to see her smile. That is what I remember. More than any battles against Baal and his spawn. Yes, Boo. I know you miss her too. Boo says the tadpole thrives on our misery. To think dark thoughts is only to feed the darkness. It pleases Minsc more to sour its stomach with good thoughts. Or better yet, not to think at all. With this in mind, Minsc thinks he has gathered enough fluff from gazing at his navel for the moment, no? As you wish, but quietly. It is listening. On this matter, I have held small council with Boo. If the worm is lodged within our skulls, should it not be possible to simply squeeze like so? Until something pops out. Pay that noise no mind. Boo has not feasted on evil's flesh in some time, and it has set his gut to bubbling. None at all. Though Boo is tiny. Perhaps he could just crawl into our ears and... Ah, you are right, Boo. A ridiculous notion. It would be far too dark to see. Minsc shall be your shadow, as Boo is his. My boot craves the crunch of unvirtuous nethers.